Okay, so we're back to part 1B of the Cadet series. I decided to keep filming the disassembly of this carburetor for those of you who are interested in complete disassembly rather than a bunch of cutouts. I moved the camera to a different position. Hopefully that's going to give you a little better view. I'm trying to keep my hands out of the way, but that can be a little difficult at times. So there we've got our choke plate. And let me just pause for a minute here while I see how this shaft comes out of here. Okay, so the shaft just pops out of the center. I thought this plastic hub was going to come off with it, but it's not. I tried to pop the hub off of there, but it doesn't want to come off, and I don't want to force it because it's plastic, and I don't want to break it. I don't have another. Actually, it looks like it's held in there with a brass bushing, but it doesn't want to come out. So I don't know if that must be pressed in, I guess. But we'll just leave that part in there. And we'll move on from there. I think that's about all there is to take apart on the upper half of the carburetor. So that's all set for the ultrasonic cleaner. And we'll move on to the base. Okay, on the back side of the base, you have this seat for the fuel shutoff, and you can just grab that with a small pair of channel locks, and that'll come out of there. It's got 2 O-rings on it, and let me pause you for just a second. Okay, that part is included with the replacement solenoid, and there's your part number for the solenoid kit. It's got two O-rings on it. I'm going to take these O-rings off because I'm going to send this through the ultrasonic cleaner. This first O-ring here I replaced the other day. Well, I'll do that later. You don't need to see that. Well, I'm going to send it through the ultrasonic cleaner anyway, and just keep it for a spare. And here's our throttle plate. And again, I'm going to follow suit. The side that faces me, I'm going to put an X, so that when I go to reassemble it, I know at a glance which way it needs to go back in there. And we'll get the throttle plate out. Oh, it's a stubborn screw. Let me grab a screwdriver with a little beefier handle. Okay, so I've got a good number 1 Phillips here with a handle you can get a grip on. Let's get this out of here. Pull the throttle plate out of it. Pull the throttle shaft out of it. So the throttle shaft was a little stubborn coming out. I think it was just had some corrosion on it or something. Something was binding it up in there so it didn't want to slide out. The idle stop, that can stay, that's not bothering anything. We've got another jet down in here. I don't know if you can see that. It's down in here below the let me see if I shine my flashlight in there. Maybe that'll help out a little bit. But down in there below the where the fuel shutoff solenoid goes is the fuel inlet jet, or whatever jet it is, allowing fuel in. So I think that may be the main jet there. So anyway, that needs to come out of there. So we'll get that. So I've got this set of Stanley screwdrivers, and they work pretty well for getting down in there and getting jets out, because the sides on these are pretty flat. They're not diamond shaped where they flare out and flare back, so you can get one out of the set that fits down in there pretty well and covers the whole width of the slot in the jet, so you have less risk of tear out. And there's the main jet there. So all we've got left on this is there's a Welch plug here, and I think below that there's either air adjustment or low speed adjustment. So let me see if I can get that picked out of there, and I'll bring you back. Okay, so I was able to get the Welch plug out of there. I ended up having to drill a little hole through it and insert a small diameter screw into it, and then use the screw to pull it out. So that exposed this other needle here, needle screw, adjustment screw, and now we're going to get that out of there. So first we're going to wind it in. So there's a half, one, half, and just past 1.5. So we're going to call that 1.5 heavy. So now we'll take that adjustment needle out of there. A new one comes in the kit, so I'm going to throw this one in the ultrasonic anyway, just to keep it for a spare, because you never know. Maybe you've got a needle like that, and that's all somebody's carburetor needs, and then instead of having to sell them a whole rebuild kit, you can just charge them for labor, and they can save a little bit of money. Okay, so we got one more quick thing to do here, which is to get that gasket removed before it goes in the ultrasonic cleaner. I've got a razor blade right here, so we're just gonna try and peel that up off of there. So that was pretty painless. Alright, so this one's off to the ultrasonic bath, and then the part 2 is going to be reassembly of this carburetor. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment if you like. Let me know if you like these bumper to bumper videos, or if you prefer a shorter version, just highlighting the main parts. I mean, I think there's enough of those out there. There's not a whole lot of videos that take you through the whole process without editing out all the the extra footage. You know, they make it seem like you rebuild a carburetor in 3.5 minutes flat, and that's not the way things are in real life. So leave a comment. Let me know whether you like the short little videos, or you like videos with some detail to them. I can do them either way. It all just depends on what your preference is. So thanks for watching, and have a great night. and I'll see you when we're putting this back together.